fuck was that?
Welcome to What the Fuck Did I Dream Last Night? I'm Janie.
And I'm Jess. Hello, guys.
Look, did you hear everything I'm doing right now? You can hear me like clapping and thumping.
Yes.
We got microphones, y'all.
We're gonna you're gonna hear every little feature. We were trying to
You're
keep
gonna
our lives
realize
quiet.
how much I fidget. Like, I just was picking up a magnet and playing with it. I'm like, no. I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know how close to get to this microphone, how far away I should be.
Yes, we decided we can no longer have ice in our drinks. I can't use my chair just squeaked. You may have heard that.
I did hear that.
But hopefully the sound quality might be a little bit better.
Or it's gonna be worse because you hear everything going
Or
on.
worse. Bear with us.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
It's
weird I can't see you. Usually I can see you.
My phone's dying. We normally video chat on the phone. We do the stupidest ways to set this up. Like, you could definitely do this so much easier, but we are taking the long way around. Hayne has 5 computers in front of her.
I'm gonna actually take a picture for everyone of what my life looks like. Okay. Picture taken.
I heard that.
Yes, picture taken so you guys can Janie posted on her social, but it's it's a kind of anxiety provoking setup. We could definitely simplify this, but we'll get there.
Yeah. I mean, now I feel like I understand why people record like in their closets with microphones. Like, maybe I should just start recording in my closet. I feel like I'm very echoey. I'm in my basement. I record in a different place every time.
Well, I don't know. In the past shows, sometimes people would be there. It would be like a thunderstorm, or people would be mowing their lawns because I live in a neighborhood with houses like very close to each other. And now I used to joke like, Janie, can you hear that? But now I'm genuinely concerned.
Now I understand. Like, we won't be able to record it. I get it. I understand it all. I didn't get it. Like, maybe we should all just go back to using the little basic headphones that don't pick up everything. But yeah, like, if it was, because I live in like a town where my houses are really close, so my neighbor was cutting the grass for sure. In the summer, remember, I'd like have to turn off. I try to have a fan. I do all this stuff. No wonder people are always like, "Yeah, I just sit there and sweat." Well, yeah, I am too now for sure. This summer recording for sure. It can stay this cold weather all the time now.
I have a great respect now for well done podcasts. We'll get there, guys. We'll get there.
We don't know what we're doing, even
Growing
after
pains.
taking time off to try to get like our shit together. We still don't know.
Revamp.
We're having fun.
Revamp. Boop, boop.
Revamp. Hey, I had that in my notes.
To revamp.
It literally says, "Oh, I heard the beding. I heard the beding. Bring it back, the beding."
Maybe you can finally hear the infamous beding this time. If you do not know the beding, well.
I don't think anyone did know the beding because we talked about it for so long.
Yes,
and then you couldn't even hear it.
Mysterious beding. It goes biddy-ding. My husband's heard it, so it's real. I'm not crazy. I mean, I am, but
I didn't. I just found out, like, before when we were talking, that the beding still has been happening, but I haven't been able to hear it while we've been recording. And he's like, "Oh yeah, it's a thing."
Yep.
So maybe this is like the real beding,
Yeah.
like how the last episode was the real 24. Everything is just real now. No more fiction.
2021. We're getting real. We're getting real with it. What do you have anything fun or any updates for us before your dream?
Not really, just if you're following our social media, you know that we switched up our Patreon a little bit. We got microphones. Oh my gosh, wait, I did have something. This is really sad. Okay. Well, it's not that sad. It's not like, you know what I mean. So, you know how I've been trying to do the sketches and getting them on Patreon. So by the time this comes out, like, they should be up there and everything by now. But Molly got my sketchbook and definitely scribbled all over them, so I had to like restart that, which that was sad. And I was like,
I
oh,
could
okay.
appreciate some Molly scribbles.
She's really, really into scribbling right now, like drawing and coloring. It's cute, but I was like, damn it.
Not the time. Not the
Now it's like now my sketchbook's been sitting like on my steps, like where she can't get it, and it's just been sitting there for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, gonna get that back down, but I leave it down, and that's my problem. Oh, we have a YouTube
Yes.
channel too. So we uploaded our shows to YouTube. They so if you like to listen on there, you can. Our new ones will be on there as well when they come out. Like today's episode is also on YouTube. And then hopefully once we video will be happening one day.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. But yeah, that's all. We're not going anywhere. We're back. We just needed like a little catch up phase of like everything that's going on. There was just a lot we wanted to do, and I was like, you know, we're just gonna take a month. We're gonna get there, and here we are.
Yeah, I had to finish up kickball too, guys. I got second place. Sorry, I let y'all down.
Our schedule was not working out.
Adult kickball league.
At
Priorities, guys. Priorities. Just kidding. You're my number one.
And now nope. And then she has this great wing night thing going on.
Yeah, Monday night wing nights. Although they kind of let us down. So it's Monday night wing nights, but they let us down last time a little bit. The flavors were not on point. Sauces were a little light. It's 2 weeks in a row, so we had to step away. It's also really not the best for trying to get that beach bod as I sit next to my Peloton. So we had to, wing night was a weekly thing. We had to kind of let that go. Not the best way to start my week with regret and indigestion.
I like texted her last week. I was like, "Oh, do you want to record?" I was like, "Oh my gosh, we can't record. It's wing night." Like I felt like I was breaking something up that I'm not even a part of. I think I was just jealous that like I want something like that.
You would totally love wing night. We're definitely going next time.
I would.
Here. It's a good time.
Oh, I can't wait to come down.
It's a good time. Hopefully their sauces are back on point.
I also can't wait to go down. I want to go to the sushi place.
Like yeah, guys, it's gluttony at its finest. It's like an all-you-can-eat sushi, hibachi deliciousness.
Which sounds so shady.
But it's really good. I haven't had food poisoning from eating there once, and I've been there at least 5 times. Oh, it's like $20. I mean, I don't know how they do it. Maybe it's 30. I can't remember, but it's worth it.
No, it's not. It's
definitely
like under 30.
$28.99.
It's like I feel like it's like 21. Oh. I feel like it's like $21.99.
Okay.
Because I was like skeptical. I'm like, well, if we all get food poisoning, we're all going down together at least this week.
Bathrooms. No, we survived. We survived.
We did, and I'll go back. I'll do it again.
My poor husband has some kind of stomach flu right now, where
he has like food poisoning now.
But I ate all. It was actually one of those times where we like literally were eating all the same stuff, because like even our takeout, we got the same order. Yeah. And I have generally a much weaker stomach than him, so I was like, nah, this is too long to be food poisoning. And then he got a fever and everything, and it's going on like 3 days with it. But but he jokingly was like, I could really go for all you can eat sushi buffet. Meanwhile, he can't even eat like bread right now, poor guy. But we either drove past or we were just talking about it. And I was like, that is the worst idea. But yeah. So, anyways.
So, first thing that I'm gonna go into my shits here too. My story, my things, it's not really my dreams.
Shits. That was a terrible transition with what we were talking about.
Or was it like a great transition?
Was it exactly?
Oh. I haven't made that noise in such a long time. I forgot about it. So, I'm going to talk about pregnancy dreams today because I am pregnant.
I didn't know we were sharing that today. Exciting stuff.
Why not?
I feel like I would have had a much more grander entrance. Man, I've been so scared that I was gonna drop the ball. Not that this is live, like you could totally edit anything out, but I was
I
really
know.
scared I was gonna drop the ball before this.
Listen, and I've been like the dreams I've been talking about, like when I go into like sharing why
Mhm.
uh whatever, like why like they're meeting and shit, like I'm like, you can't say this, you can't say that, like you can't like, so I've been like really typing out like I want to say, like almost scripting it just so like I could really, like if I almost said it, I'm like I can jump back on
Oh
track
yeah,
here.
for sure.
um but yeah, by the time this comes out March 31st, and I have my anatomy ultrasound on March 30th, so I'll know if we're having a boy or girl.
Oh my gosh.
um but yes, so, and I feel like, oh, you know what, I would say some people might follow me on Instagram, but I didn't post it on there. It's just on my Facebook, and I don't think anyone. I don't know. I don't know who listens to
Anyway,
this, to be honest,
surprise!
but that's the thing. Um, yeah. So I'm going to talk a little bit about pregnancy dreams and how it's more common for women to have more vivid dreams and nightmares while they're pregnant.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to share like a couple like smaller little dreams that I've had that had to deal
Mhm.
with it. And I have some like really good long pregnancy ones too, but I can't do them all in this episode or we will literally be here for like 5 hours. So those will come down the line. I'll just mix them in, like, so it's not all just pregnancy till August, but you know.
I mean, I'm sure
So we'll start off with
a lot
this.
of people
I mean, it's all
appreciate it,
pregnancy.
either women who've been pregnant or, people who have maybe wondered what that would do to your dreams, or, or men might be
Yeah.
wondering like, man, she crazy during the day. I can only imagine what her brain's like at night.
Oh, I can only imagine what my husband thinks half the time. More than half the time. Ugh.
That's right. You're growing a human. You're
Oh.
allowed to do whatever you want.
I tell him that all the time. Like, there is a human growing inside of me. I can do
I
this.
mean, honestly, it's pretty incredible.
My
Pretty
excuse for
incredible.
everything. Like last night, I was like, "We're getting Taco Bell because
My
I'm
little
pregnant and that's
human,
what I
my
want to
little
eat."
human wants it. Your little human's like,
So,
quesadilla. Por favor.
give me that quesadilla, please. Well, now I'm really hungry and I
Yeah,
can
I
eat
could
Taco Bell
house some
again.
Taco Bell
I
right
want to
now.
feel like
Thanks for
that.
that.
Yeah, but I feel like your husband can't eat that, so don't do
Truth,
that to him.
truth. I just ate a ham and cheese sandwich. He's like, that looks so good. I'm like, I literally thought of
Isn't
trying to
that?
think of like the most boring thing. Meanwhile, fun fact, a ham and cheese sandwich on like a fresh bakery bun is probably my favorite food.
I mean, it is really good. Like a sandwich like that is, it's good. But like when you're sick like that, like you're like, oh man, I could eat that.
Well,
Oh, that
meanwhile,
looks
he's the one
great
who's been
too.
killing it with his weight loss goals, and I'm over here like, he's like,
Well, because
way.
he's shitting his pants out
No,
right now, probably.
I mean before that happened, and just
I gotcha.
guys often lose weight like a lot quicker. But he's been doing a really good job. But and then he gets
That's
this, and I'm
awesome.
like, shoot, like, come on, this is what I needed. And I'm like, how am I not?
That's
What is
terrible.
going on? But
We do
I'm
not
not wishing that.
suggest getting sick or
No, I'm not
gosh.
wishing that on myself, but
No.
it's just kinda like,
No.
we're like, "Oh, man," because he's like, "I can't get to this number," and he's like, "Well, I'm sure I'll get there now." Like, I don't condone this. But anyways,
No.
no Taco Bell.
All right. No Taco Bell. No Taco Bell. All right. So it is more common for pregnant women to have the more vivid dreams or nightmares while they are pregnant. Many have reported that they can recall their dreams more while they're pregnant than when they were not. While pregnant, many dreams have to do with pregnancy and labor, which makes like 1,000% to me because I feel like that's just always at the back of your mind. And for me, like my mind is never at ease because that anxiety is always
Mhm.
there. Even when medicated, it's just like, hey, I'm still here to knock on that door. Um, but a lot, like I think everyone can just like even dads, like anyone that is expecting a baby around you, like there's anxiety there. You can't help but wonder the what ifs. So of course, like your dreams are going to be more towards that because you're just processing out all of that information that you're thinking
Mhm.
about. When I was pregnant with Molly, like my anxiety skyrocketed. Like it was terrible. That's when I really started taking control of my anxiety, reaching out for help. Um, and that's when I started going on something for it because it like really like was crippling, like overcame me.
Mhm.
Like I couldn't even like go into like the shower because like I felt like my bathroom was too small and I was gonna like it was just the weirdest things and like or if it was too hot, like it would just pull me into like a complete anxiety, like panic attack.
Wow.
Um, but now like I've been on medicine since like my second trimester with her, and my life has been so much better. And this pregnancy has been so much better. My doctor was like, "Well, yeah, you're medicated now." I'm like, "Yeah, it's wonderful." And she's like, "Yep, see,
Oh,
like, get the help." Like, we're
right.
she was funny, like she was cracking me up, like with it, like making like jokes about it, but
Right.
not in like a bad
Yeah, and
way.
just kinda yeah, exactly.
um, so like with Molly, I was having those like terrible nightmares um about pregnancy, that like about like what was going to go wrong, what could go wrong. Um, and it was just all the terrifying ones that like she or I were not going to make it through. Just like those absolute like terrible ones. And I will say like I was having insomnia with her too. Like I was not sleeping well at all when I was pregnant with her. And I was watching way too much Grey's Anatomy reruns, which there's so many different baby episodes in there. So I have not been watching that at all
Kudos to you. That's a big
this time
deal.
around.
That's you definitely gotta avoid those triggers. That's like yeah.
Yeah, because like I don't even realize it's a trigger then while watching
Mhm.
it until like later on when I'm sleeping and my brain's like, well, hey, remember this? Remember that?
Yep.
Or like just randomly going on with my day and it'll be like, look at this. So I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna me and Grey's Anatomy can use some time apart.
I
I
had to
don't
do
know if it would
that
have the same
with
effect
This Is
on
Us.
me.
It was very triggering for me, and I think it's a great
Yeah.
show, and I really loved it. But it later the rest of the night I was like very emotional and upset, and it sounds silly that a TV show can do that, but um,
No, it definitely it's yeah, that's why like knowing your triggers is great because it's not like you won't be able to ever watch that, but maybe you just have to know what your mindset can handle that
I just
day
tell my mom she has to
and be
give
able to watch
me
it
the
here and there.
spoilers and the summaries. She has just do a
There you
synopsis of
go.
every episode for me. So.
Uh, um,
So no grace.
okay. No grace. With my first pregnancy as well, like I would have dreams that I would go to the hospital, give birth, and then I could never find my baby. Like the baby was just
Mm,
never there. Like the one time, in one of my dreams, my Aunt Jan, like your mother-in-law, like the doctor came in and told me that Aunt Jan was taking care of the baby for me, and I was still in the hospital. And I was like, why? Like,
mm,
I just had the baby. Like, why is the baby already
mhm,
home? Like, I could see like maybe if I was still had to stay in the hospital and the baby was good, like
mhm.
released, Aunt Jan would gladly take that baby for me and be like, I will
Yes,
watch
she
this child.
would.
So I had a lot of dreams like that where I just cannot get to my child after labor. Labor.
Labor.
Labor. So I'm going to take a drink. I don't even have ice in this. It's this damn metal straw. Um, so this time around, my dreams have definitely been different. So I'm currently right now 16 weeks.
Okay.
So I'll keep you all like updated as time goes on, like how my dreams are changing throughout. But I have had one hospital dream, and the room was connected to like a waiting room, and I had to walk through another room to get to my
Mhm.
room. And there were so many people around, like just an insane amount of
Okay.
people. And things were decorated for Halloween as
Mm.
well. Which I have like no clue why, because I didn't even like get pregnant around
Mhm.
Halloween time. I'm due before Halloween. Maybe because I've already planned some Halloween costumes for this year because I'm that crazy person. Um, so
Oh my
everything's like
gosh, you're gonna
decorated
have
for
a newborn
Halloween.
at
And
Halloween. Oh,
these
I just got so excited for your costume.
It's so great. I already
I
know what
can't
we're
wait.
doing. I'm not
And that's
telling it
like a
yet. I feel like
yeah,
I gotta wait to
I
it's
think you
only
do
March.
too, but that's like a I just want to be I either want to be like super pregnant at Halloween one year so I can like draw like a pumpkin like do something with like a pregnant belly. Or
I was pregnant with Molly at Halloween and I did the
yeah,
Prego
I just want to do some
pasta.
jokey like pregnancy costume or else I want like
You
or else
have
I
to.
want like a little like tiny newborn baby that'll like yours will be and it'll like let you do whatever you want to it. And I want to make it a I think it's a mandrake from Harry Potter. But anyways, stay tuned.
No. Oh man.
Don't let me
Oh
pick your
gosh. I
child's
can't.
costume.
I won't. Trust me. I Trevor said something about Harry Potter the other day. It was like Molly's gonna love it. And I'm like, she probably will because I was like, and I don't really hate
Yeah.
Harry Potter. I feel like I come off a lot like really strong, like I hate it. I am just I just
Probably
don't
because the
it's
rest of your
just I
friends
don't
are
I'd
obnoxious
rather
about
watch
it. That's kind of like me in Star Wars,
yeah.
honestly. Like a lot of people are like obsessed with Star Wars, and I've just kind of like to me it's just kind of there. Like I'll watch it. And I hope we don't lose any fans by my saying this. So I get it. I respect it, but um yeah, I could like go without it. It's fine.
I've never we're probably gonna lose all the fans now. I've never watched a Star Wars movie.
Well, you've watched The Mandalorian, so I'll count that. No, you
No,
haven't watched Mandalorian? Oh,
no,
so I
I
just use
don't.
oh man, that's why I use your Disney Plus, but I created a new profile just so I don't mess up your Mandalorian watching.
Well, I mean that actually is good that you did that because Mike also watches it and Trevor watches it and they watch it on the same account and like Trevor waited to start it until Mike was
Oh,
done
that's funny.
so he wouldn't screw him up. Also, speaking of Disney Plus, did you see how I what I put
Mm-mm.
on there? Cuz okay, so she put her like little icon is Baby Yoda and it says
What
Myrtle
would it
Crew and like so the first one was like just like user one. Like it was just something like defaulted Mickey Mouse. So I changed it to Darth Vader and put everyone verse
Oh,
Myrtle Crew. And I have been waiting for
yeah,
you to
no,
see
I
it
don't to
because
be Cam's been watching The Mandalorian. I haven't been watching the Disney Plus. Damn, now I'm so upset. I didn't notice it.
I I've been like cracking up
He's been the
by
one like
myself every time I get
initiating
on
it.
it.
Shoot. He's so bogus.
And I was like, wonder if she like is just like, oh, you're not funny. Like that's why she
Oh
just
no, I
hasn't brought
love
it up
little
to
stuff
me.
like that. That's too funny. Damn.
Oh, I
I
ruined
know.
it. But
It
man,
probably
it's
would have
been
been
like
like
that for
6
like
more
2
months.
months and I like couldn't wait
That's too
anymore.
funny. I'll have to go look at it after this.
Yes. It's really not that great,
I
but it's just
appreciate it.
I enjoy
I
it.
do so.
Then I was like, maybe she'll start like changing hers and we'll just have little conversations through it. I'm so weird.
That's
Someone
actually really
come
close.
save me.
That's funny.
I feel like this is when you know you have been in quarantine for too long. Is when you're like, we'll start doing this. This is how we'll start doing it. Wow. So off track. This is gonna be so much fun editing. Um so so it's like Halloween time. That's where we
Sorry,
got
I got really
sidetracked from.
excited.
Like then we went to like Star. I don't even know how that conversation went about, but guess I'll find out when I'm re-listening to this tomorrow. So there's all these people around. It's all decorated for Halloween, and like these people were just having like a Halloween party there. Like they weren't dressed up, but it was definitely like Halloween. And there's all these kids running around, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And how do I go get food? Like I was so hungry in my dream. Which this is definitely how I was with Molly. Like afterwards, I was like so high on all the medicine, and I was like, I need food. I need food now. Um, and they told me I had to go to like the cafeteria to get food. Like I had to walk there, but I never made it. And so I finally like yelled at these people to be quiet. And I never knew any of those people either. And I also in this dream I never saw my child.
Mhm.
Like I just knew that I had a child in which I think that one kind of reflects back to my experience with Molly because she got taken to the NICU
Mhm.
right away. And I could just remember talking about food. And then we got ordered food that night from Mad Max. And my nurse came in the morning and was like, "How are you feeling? Do you think that we can get you off like a liquid diet now?" And I was like, "Thought I was, because I definitely destroyed some Mad Max
Yeah.
last night, so I'm feeling great."
Ah,
And like she came in that night and saw me eating food, so like
that's
I
funny.
don't know,
Be
whatever,
like,
it's all
yeah,
good.
super hopeful.
I'm doing well. I mean, it's been 8 hours now, nothing's
Oh,
happened.
that's funny.
Uh, so another dream that I've had recently, like a little one, um, I was sleeping downstairs in my house, and I believe that I already had the baby in this one, and I was like back
Mhm.
home. And I saw like upstairs, like I visioned it in my dream somehow. Like I don't know if it was like through a monitor
Mhm.
or something, that Molly was out of her crib, and I
Mm.
panicked. And like she was just like walking around, and like she really can go down steps if like she could do it, like you know what I mean. But I just am not
Right.
ready for her to do it. And so like I had like a big panic. And I think I had that one because like I know sooner than like later she'll be moving into like a
Oh,
big girl bed, and I'm not ready for that.
right.
Like that's my little
Oh.
baby. Um one other little tidbit pregnancy dream that I've had. Uh then I'll tell you a little bit more about pregnancy and dreams and stuff. So in this one, I went to look into my purse to get my cigarettes, and I opened up this pack of smokes, and they were like all broken and smashed in half, and I was like so angry. And I looked up, and this person, and like I don't even know who they really were. Um, like in the dream, like I it was just kind of one of those like generic faces in
Mhm.
your dreams. And they're like, "I did this for your own good." And I was like so upset. And like in my dream, I never talked about, like I didn't know if I really was pregnant or anything like that. It was just like one of those like quick little like, "Hey, remember this? You dreamt this." But I was like so mad at this person. And I believe this one happened after I already stopped
Mhm.
smoking. Uh but like it was tough, and I think like smokers can agree with me, like it's not an easy task to like quit. So I think it was just like heavy on my mind with like a little guilt, like because I didn't quit like as soon as I got that pregnancy test, but it took me like a couple
Right.
weeks to wean off,
Right.
put it that way. So like in that one, I think I just like I was already done smoking, and I just saw them in my purse, and like they were all crushed, and I was so mad. But I was like, I woke up and I'm like, you aren't even smoking
Right.
anymore. Like, calm down, calm down. Um, so I do have. I can't wait to tell you this one in another
Mhm.
episode down the road. I won't make you guys listen to it. Like I just like I'm so excited for it. I just feel like I gotta throw that in there as well because it's so funny. It's
Yeah,
so
it's
great.
nice we
I
can
just
do
love
a
my brain.
little, almost like a pregnancy segment, if you will.
Yeah. So mothers should be that have more anxiety during the day, or they are suffering more from depression, are the ones who are more likely to have like those
Right.
terrible nightmares, which
Right.
makes all the sense, which I am totally in
Mhm.
that category. Um, and then there's like moms to be that are researching everything on the internet, which is it's like impossible not to. Like every little thing you're like, is
Right.
this normal? Is this okay? Like I just did that the other Sunday yesterday to my husband. I'm like, I don't think this is right. And I'm like Googling things. He's like, I think you need to
Yes.
put your phone down
Smart
and
man.
like go relax for a moment. But I can't do
Smart
that.
man.
um so of course, like while you're on the internet, you're reading all those articles, and like scary and happy stories are gonna be a mix in there, and they're gonna influence your dreams.
Right.
Um so like when you're dreaming, you're just processing all of that out. So like to go along with that, there's like studies and research done that are just showing that your dreams parallel your real life fears. And this is the first time that I saw that like really
Mhm.
wrote out. Like it's like plain as day wrote out, and like that's something I definitely have always believed in, and that we have talked about multiple times on this show. So like that isn't just pregnancy related, but it was in the pregnancy like article that I was
Mhm.
reading. Um, Pregnant women are typically more tired, so they will nap more if time allows. But if you are napping more or like sleeping more, this allows more time to dream, which might be one of the reasons it seems that you are dreaming more and remembering your dreams more. So you're more likely to remember a dream when you wake up in the middle of the night. Like, so in pregnant ladies, like you're waking up more. You're
Mhm.
uncomfortable. You're waking up to go to the
Right.
bathroom. So like when you're waking up, like if you just had a dream, like you're gonna be like, oh shit, like so if you're one of those people that haven't been a dreamer, but you are now, that could be one of the main reasons why you're remembering them now is because you're
Mhm.
waking up in the middle of the night. So write them down
Yeah.
and send them in to us. Because I do like when I wake up, like this is just how I am like on like without being pregnant too. Like I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I have to like put the notes right into my phone, or I don't remember it the next day all the time, or let like when I get up the next morning, and that's so
Mhm.
frustrating
Yeah.
because half the time like I'll be laying in bed, I'm like, oh, that'd be a
Yeah,
good one
I've
for the
really been
episode,
struggling
and
with
then I
that
wake up
because
and I'm
I've
like,
been so
damn it.
I feel like once I'm asleep lately, I've been very, very tired. So I'll have a dream and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be such a good one. And but I'm literally like
Yeah,
so tired I can't like bring myself to yeah,
like
because
write
I'm
down a couple notes or
very
something. I know what you mean.
I think sleep health is really important. So then I'm like, well, if I like jot it down in my like light, I'm like feel like I'm very sensitive to light. I think a lot of people are,
Mm-hmm.
but to me, like when I see light, that's like wake up time, and if it's dark, it's bedtime. Like that's so if I like
Yeah,
look at my computer or my phone screen, like I use like the bedtime reminder and setting on my phone because I like don't after like 9:15, I like don't usually I'm not on my phone. So anyways, but it sucks because I've lost out on a lot of good dreams, I think.
uh-huh.
And that, um,
Oh, I definitely have. Or I'll be laying there like after I've woke up and I'm like, okay, just remember it. Like, and I keep like replaying it in my head. But I'm like, okay, by this time you could have just wrote it down, and then you're still not remembering it when you
right.
woke up.
I think I just need to like write them down
Um,
real quick because if as long as I can remember even just a few words and then it'll come back to me because that happens to me. Like I'll be
yes.
driving to work. It happened to me today, and I remembered I was kicking a board in my dream last night. Like just because I drove past a kickbox center, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So,
This most of this stuff that I got from was on
mhm,
sleepfoundation.org, by the way. Also, I thought that which was really ironic. Like today, like I get a what to expect app
mhm.
like notification, and it's like, are you dreaming more while you're is your pregnancy bringing like vivid dreams? And I was like, oh, okay, like you calm down there, like you calm down. How did you know I already researched all this stuff? So then I was looking at that app, and like a lot of it is like the same like
Right.
tidbits that I mentioned here, but they just also like put some of like the most common
Mhm.
pregnancy dreams, um and they're just like your typical ones, like the oops dreams, forgetting to feed the baby or lock the front door, like didn't turn like the stove off is just like your
Yeah,
fear of
I can imagine
that you're
what
not
mine will
ready
be
to be a
like. My
mom.
God, because yeah.
um yeah, I can't wait to hear yours. um what other ones were on here? I'm just trying to look real quick to mention them. Oh, like the UG dreams, your partner is taking it up with someone else in your dreams because like when you're pregnant you might not be feeling um attracted
Mhm.
anymore, like you just might not be feeling yourself, which some ladies are the opposite, like they love being pregnant and they feel great, which go you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it just depends who you are, like just how you feel. I think about that though, because I'm like, my
Hmm.
God, I yeah, I'll probably be like, I pre-apologize to my husband. Sweatpants, comfy clothes.
And then the like one of the other ones on here is life with a baby. So you're just like dreaming of like cuddling, kissing, caring for your baby, and it's kind of a way like your brain's like going through and like practicing like what you're gonna do when the
Mhm.
baby gets here. Um, so a few tips for pregnancy sleeping and like trying to relieve some like stress and like
Mhm.
relieving those crazy dreams so you can get some sleep. So to improve your sleep, like try to have like less liquids at night, which I am the worst at this. Like that is when I chug like all of my water is like an hour before bed. I'm like why?
Although I will
That way you're
say,
not. Yeah.
if you watched that Netflix show, Explained, like the one that was about, I think it was either about
Mhm.
dreams or the mind, um,
Uh,
they recommend for people who cannot remember their dreams, he recommends drinking water before bed because then you'll wake up to pee more. So then you'll remember your dreams. So
yeah.
it depends. Do you want to remember your dreams or do you want sleep? Prioritize, guys. You
When you're
definitely want
pregnant, I
some
feel like you
sleep.
want some sleep. But I do feel like if you are trying to remember your dreams in general, definitely chug that
Yeah,
water and see if it
but
helps.
I
Because like all of these can be like
right.
for pregnant, not pregnant, or like they could be taken either way. Is another one is just try some yoga or meditation to help you relax
Mhm.
before bed. If your dreams are like being too vivid and they're like messing with you, like reach out to your support system, like tell your doctor about the dreams you're having, so they can help like ease your mind.
Yeah, sometimes we talked about
Or
medicines
like,
before too, and being from a medical standpoint from my end of things, like sometimes it is medication. So if you can ask your doctor, like if it's a twice a day medicine or if it's a nighttime medicine, ask them if you can change um, when you take that medicine during that time of day. Like if you can take it
yeah.
at dinner instead of bedtime or in the morning. So yeah, that can help.
Hmm. And like talking to your doctor too just might help to like
Hmm.
identify like some of the stressors that are going on in your life, and they can give you the advice and everything needed. And then take some prenatal classes to help ease your mind and help you feel more confident in your pregnancy. Because once you feel more confident in everything, you're gonna relax more and enjoy it and
Yeah,
everything.
that's a
And that,
great tip. I actually never really thought about that because I'm like a big prepper. Like again, for example, if my friends listen to this, they're still gonna make fun of me. But like for kickball, like I never really played kickball before last year, and it's like I don't know, people take it somewhat seriously. So, um, I would like
yeah,
I would like kick the ball around with my dog to like try to prepare and like practice. And I was like gonna buy a kickball to like, and then I was like, all right, chill out. Like, you're taking this too serious. But I've
it's
always been
about
that way though,
kickball.
where it's like I'm not doing it so much to perform better, but it's just to alleviate my own anxiety so that I feel prepared. So that's a good
Yeah,
point. I guess I never thought about that. So yeah.
yeah. I like I said, like those can go like either
Mhm.
way, like pregnancy or not. Like, um, and I don't know what the hell I was gonna say.
Sorry,
Pregnancy
no.
brain. Woot woot. My work made me a pin that said I have pregnancy brain.
Is that like an insult when somebody like if someone says that to you, are you like screw you? Like I feel like you can say
I
it as the
mean, I
pregnant
feel like it
person,
depends
but
on.
someone else being like, okay, pregnancy brain, I'd be like, screw you.
I feel like it depends on like my mood, but honestly, it's bad. It's so bad. Like on Saturday, it was like I just got there, and on the board it's gnocchi with meat sauce, and I was like, oh, I can go make that, like whatever. So I go and do it, and I made spaghetti and like wrapping it up, still looked at the name, wrote the name on the thing and everything. The guy comes, picks up, and Nicole's like, gnocchi and meat sauce, and I go, no, I totally made spaghetti. I'm like, nope, that's not. He's gonna have to wait. He's not getting the right thing. Um, I just I already am a scatterbrain, and it's a real thing though. I don't know if it's a diss. Sometimes I feel like if you're the wrong person, if you're close to me, you can say to me all you want. But if you're just I don't know, don't be an asshole. Don't be an asshole to pregnant
Yes,
ladies.
that's the basically the rule of thumb. This is the golden rule.
Be
Don't
nice
assume
to
they're
me.
pregnant until you see a child coming out or they tell you.
Yes.
And don't ask women
Yes.
when they plan on getting pregnant.
Uh,
That's a biggie. That is my public
yes.
service announcement. Do not ask women when you
That
plan
one
on getting
drives
pregnant
me.
or if they're trying. Or that's not okay, guys. It's not okay. So
No.
just that's my
No.
public service announcement.
Or when are you gonna have your next one? Like if you have one, then they're like, when are you gonna have your next one? Like, how
Just
do you know there's gonna be a next
just
one?
shush your
What
mouth.
if you only had
Shush your
this one?
mouth.
Are you done now? Oh,
I know, but I
okay. I
just
could
felt I've
go
had
off
a lot
here.
of people mention that to me lately, like they've been upset about it. So I just like in their own experiences. So I just felt the need to give that public service announcement.
Yeah,
That's all.
I got you. No,
Thank
I
you.
like it.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad you did.
Well, good. Well, yeah, I think I'm excited to hear hopefully mostly positive experiences and dreams for you for your pregnancy ahead. But like I said, I think it's really cool
Yeah,
that we get to kind of do this segment and I appreciate you like sharing it with us because I know it can get personal sometimes. So
yeah,
but, and yeah, anyone else who has had their experiences, please let us know. Or if you have any questions about it or something. Like I said, there might be guys or women out there who have not been pregnant who are wondering, like, I wonder what pregnant women think about this or that when they're dreaming. So I don't know why you would, but I don't
uh-huh,
judge. So yeah, let us know.
yeah.
Well, yeah, so yeah, thanks again for sharing that. And yeah, I look forward to what you have to share with us ahead.
Yeah, and I definitely send us your pregnancy dreams because I want to hear about them. If anyone else out there is currently pregnant and going through it, or like previous pregnancy, I want to hear about those. I'm also curious about like your spouse or partners, like if they're having like crazy pregnancy dreams and like the
Right.
ones that aren't carrying the
I was
child.
wondering
I
that
want to know
too.
about those
Yeah.
too. Like, because my husband's not a dreamer, so like he's not a good like, which he gets up at night all the time.
Right.
Look, now I'm thinking about this because I said that like one like the water thing. I'm gonna make him drink all the liquids tonight. No, not tonight because Molly was up all night. It's gonna happen one day. Okay, but yeah, that's something I want to know. I want to know if like your spouse or someone is also like having crazy dreams because I feel like maybe they're the one that's like all worked up and
Right. And
more
they
worried about
probably
everything than
won't
maybe they're
like
going through
be
it.
as wanting to be a supportive partner. They might not like tell you. So yeah,
Yeah,
tell us. We
tell
will be your
us.
support.
It could be
Yeah, or
anonymous.
just
We
make up
won't
a
we
name,
won't
have
say
fun with
anything.
it.
And that's another thing, guys. Our Dream Mail episodes are coming back out. That was another thing we needed to
Hmm.
like work on. But be sure that you're just following us on social media on Twitter or Instagram at WTF Did I Dream Last Night to keep up to date on all of the updates and everything going on. Um, if you could leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, it always helps us out. We would greatly appreciate it. And don't forget to send us those dreams to WTF Did I Dream Last Night at gmail.com. And thanks so
Alrighty,
much for
thank you
listening,
guys. And
guys.
until next time, happy dreaming.
Bye. I have to do that bye.